Oh my gosh, no way, we're live with TAWS U35. Hello guys. What is up, gamers? Are all of the commands right? Hold on. I don't know. Oh no, I did the command wrong, oops. But hi. No, wait, we're live, and wait, we need to announce. Okay. Oh my gosh. So, first up, today we've got, Beep Boop Hee Hoo and Evolve Fire. No way. Both very cool people. Let me get your prediction up. Okay, so we've got... Alright guys, your predictions up. We'll be starting warm-ups very shortly. Alright, I think that's all of the commands done. I've updated every command. Wow. Okay, there. Fix the title. Oh my gosh. Oh, warm-up started. Oh my god. Anyway, I didn't see the openers, but it looks like Beep Boop Hee Hoo has just completed a TST. Evolve Fire getting sent all the way to the top. But comes down from that, and looks like both players are in relatively safe positions. Evolve Fire having a bit of a cheese to work through over there. Beep Boop Hee Hoo has a very nice well to downstack into, and has a nice back-to-back build, and that's the warm-up. Beep Boop Hee Hoo takes the W on the warm. And oh my gosh, predictions are still open even as the warm-up finishes, so this is your last chance to get your gambles in. And we'll be starting our real set. No way. Looks like we've got some 6-3 stacking from Evolve Fire and a little bit of a mishap over on Beep Boop Hee Hoo's side of the board. Beep Boop, greeting for the T-spin, does not cycle fast enough. There was no T-piece in sight. Evolve Fire is gonna take the first point of that. Wait, why is this a first to 5? Oh no. Well, anyway, Evolve Fire seems to be doing just fine near the top of their board. Actually, no, things are not fine, and BBHH is gonna take another point. Oh, and Evolve Fire does get the upper there to finish off B2H2. We've got some almost 4 PPS gaming from Beep Boop. Evolve Fire really struggling up there, trying to find a downstep, which they do seem to find, which sends Beep Boop all the way to the top, and it's tied. No, not tied, never mind. Forget what I said there. It is now 1-3. Beep Boop would be all clear there, does not get a second PC, unfortunately. Evolve Fire still downstacking really nicely through the well. With a really nice TSD right there. A nice, I believe that was a T single from Evolve Fire. Both players are relatively even in terms of board height, but it looks like Beep Boop has a bit of a messier board with a bit of cheese that he needs to work through. And that's gonna be a really rough miss drop for him to fix. He does fix it, but I don't believe that's enough. Yeah, no, that's not enough. Evolve Fire takes another point. Even though it says match point, it is not match point because this is actually a 1-7. No way, you guys have been bamboozled. Beep Boop again with the 4 PPS gaming. Evolve Fire just Evolve Fire just chugging along at a cozy 2.4 PPS. And that's another point for 2B28. Evolve Fire still at that, not match point, but just still up 2 points. We got some weird 6-3 stacking from PPP with a nice fractal. Opening their 09 well. They do get the 10 spike. That's a really rough Z-miss drop right there. But it's okay, everything's going to be okay. That's another point for Beep Boop He Who. Beep Boop has slowed down to around 2.4 PPS now. And that's now they're tied at 4-4. After this, we're gonna be running another 1-3 with one person topping out. Well, with the loser of this topping out once, in order to get our, our 1-7. Yes, I can definitely talk. I can commentate. I can English. No, I can't, but it's okay. Some interesting choices from Beep Boop He Who, but they seem to be working out pretty okay. For now, at least. And that's going to be enough pressure to top out Evolve Fire. Beep Boop He Who takes the first part of this set. Wow, second part of our set is right here, right now. Real. Oh yeah, after the Tahoe. Yep. Now the real set's gonna begin. Evolve Fire needs 3 points to win, while Beep Boop Pihu only needs 2 points. Again with this opener that I do not know from Beep Boop Pihu. Nice, I don't know what's going on with Beep Boop Pihu's score. There's a lot of self-made cheese over here. And Evolve Fire is just gonna take the point and tie the game at. I can't count. Hold on. 5-5. Yeah. What a wonderful sight. No way. A nice quad triple from Beep Boop Pihu. Probably just miscounted to 4. And that's gonna be the end of him once more. Evolve Fire is now at match point. 5-6 in favor of Evolve Fire. We got some LST from Beep Boop. With an all clear. Excuse me. With another all clear. Now it's we're at a TAWS breaker. No way. Someone run the command, guys. Got some more, like 3.8 PPS LST, but not really, because there was some sort of mishap over on Beep Boop's side. Beep Boop taking a bit of time to oh, and that's a really rough misdrop. That's gonna be game. Evolve Fire takes the W of the first set of the night. Well, the first streamed set of the night. It with 7-6. And whoever bet that one channel point has just lost it. Oh, it was okay, that makes sense. Wow, what a lovely first, guys. We're one set in and it's already a tie. We already had a tiebreaker. Anyway, next up we've got Fitzy and Mandragola. I'm sure I butchered that. Okay, there's the prediction. And taking a look at stats, we've got 24k versus very, very high 23k. They're practically the same TR. Mandragola does have a bit of a higher versus APM. Wait, no, they have a higher average APM. And their versus score is lower, because they do play a lot slower, which means their efficiency is pretty darn good. Fitzy having... Unless I'm just... Yeah, no, I'm right. Mandragola does have the higher APM, but the lower PPS. Probably suggesting an opener main. No way. Well, I mean, I guess over half of us are opener main, so it's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Fitzy looks like hold on, wait. Yeah, Fitzy seems to be more of a mid-game player from the looks of the stats. But and we're getting into the No, we're getting into the actual map. We've got DT Cannon from Fitzy with a perfect clear from Mandragola. Fitzy up pretty high, but does go down pretty quickly. Fitzy now in a very comfortable position, sending just that small bit of pressure, and it just tops out Mandragola. Oh wow, no one voted in the prediction. Both players. Oh, Mandragola up sky high. Is able to come down and survive just a little longer? But will it be enough? It looks like it is gonna be enough as they're making their way down to a very comfortable spot. That's real comfortable indeed. Oh, but that eye misdrop's gonna be really rough. Gonna have to do a bit of cycling to fix it, which they do, in fact, do. This is some insane recovery from Mandragola. It looks like Fitzy's doing pretty well too. Not a lot of cheese on their board, which means they can just focus on down stacking and sending pressure. Mandragola does have a very nice well to downstack into, multiple wells to downstack into, which they do capitalize on. We love to see that. I love watching people capitalize on the well. Mandragola now very comfortably sitting at the bottom of his board. Nice J-spin from Mandragola to you know, I'm blanking for the turn. But oh, that's a very strange spot to place a TP. I guess it sort of works out. Oh, but that's gonna be it. Mandragola just tops out on that one. Fitzy takes another point. Now they're up 2 points. Fitzy with the all clear. Mandragola sending one back. Not fast enough to cancel out the next perfect clear. Or the next, as Fitzy takes yet another round, bringing the score to 3-0. Fitzy typing in Twitch chat in between games. That's I'm at a loss for words. But yes, they type in between games. They lose that one round. Karma? I believe so. BMing is not very nice. Looks like this round is going a bit slower than the other rounds in terms of, like, you know, everything. But Oh, that looked like a bit of a miss. Oh, the double misstep for Fitzy. I don't know, guys. Maybe it's the typing in Twitch chat while they're competing. I don't know, guys. Nice 10 spike though from Fitzy. Mandragola digging his way down, though. Both players now sit at the bottom of their boards once more. Notice that these games between these two are actually pretty long. Well, the rounds. Which I guess that also means the set's gonna be really long. Oh my gosh, English is hard. But a nice 22 spike from Fitzy. Mandragola does survive it. Mandragola downstacking into an 8 spike, followed by another 5. It's just been back and forth between the two, and that's another point for Mandragola. This is why you don't type in Twitch chat while you play. PC, no solve variant from Fitzy. Mandragola is sitting very comfortably in the middle of their board with nice garbage to capitalize on, which they do in fact capitalize on. Fitzy needs to do a bit of digging, but I don't think it's possible, and Mandragola is going to tie the score at 3-3. It is now a first to 4, which is very, very weird. I don't know, something about it being a first to 4. Maybe the fact that it's an even number, I don't know. It just feels weird. It's an all clear from Mandragola. Looks like they're doing a bit of plunking. We love seeing that. I love seeing that. But it looks like it didn't work. Or it worked for a bit, but not until it didn't work. Oh, ouch, that's a rough failed T-spin from Fitzy. And that's another point for Mandragola, making the score a first to 3. No way! Like Fitzy's, both players are once again going for PCO, which they both get, but pass through gaming. Mandragola does seem to be in a bit of a tough spot that they do get out of really quickly. But it's not enough, and Fitzy's gonna take a 5-4. This is TAWS, this is anyone's game. These two players are very close in seed 4 and seed 5. That's a big spike. But Mandragola survives it, but doesn't survive that bit of pressure Fitzy sent afterwards. Match point at 6-4. No. Mandragola sitting comfortably at the bottom of their board. Fitzy doing, I don't even know, up there. Needs to go down, which they do go down in a massive, not so massive 12 spike, but it's still a pretty big spike. That's like over half the board in garbage right there. Mandragola thinking very hard about their piece placement. some insane survival from Mandragora. A very nice recovery. Now needs to work through that small bit of cheese at the bottom of their board, which they tackle with relative ease, but get sent even more cheese. Oh my gosh. Oh, and that's a misdrop. That's a misdrop from Mandragora. They need to do a lot of digging right now, which does happen. Mandragora seems to now be getting back into the groove. Does have, and that's 6-5. I have been spared. Still match point for Fitzy though. Will Mandragora be able to tie this? Who knows? It looks like we've got DT Cannon from Fitzy. Mandragora once again stalling just the smallest in order to have garbage to counter spike with. Looks like Fitzy's having a bit of trouble there at the top of the board, while Mandragora is just sending pressure. That's a nice 9 spike from Mandragora. Mandragora sits comfortably at the bottom of the board, but it wasn't enough pressure to top out Fitzy as they now sit comfortably. Not so comfortably anymore. And it's tied up at 6-6 with another TAWS breaker. Oh, I wasn't pushing my push to top part. But it looks like... Huh. I don't know, it doesn't look like much right now. That was a nice 11 spike from Mandragora. Counting to 4. Very nicely done. I can't even do that. Mandragora built up a very nice T-spin there. With a T-single. Well, T-double. No spin. And that's a game Mandragora is gonna take the W. Saying eggs in chat. Eggs indeed. GG's to both players. What a lovely... Another 7-2 in the record. I mean, not a 7-2. 7-6. Right, next up we've got Za. I can't pronounce that, and Deathwick. It looks like Za is gonna take the warm-up before I can even get up a prediction. Anyway, there's your warm-up. We've got, taking a look at stats. There's a considerable gap there. A small bit over 1K. But it looks like Za has the higher APM and PPM and versus score. So this match looks very, very even. At least in terms of stat, if you ignore the TL score difference. Oh crap, another warm-up? No way. Deathwickle seems to be thinking very hard about her stacking choices. Seems to be working out pretty nicely. And that's yet another warm-up. This time Deathwickle takes it. Wow, looks like we're in the pool currently for the first time since the stream started. We've got actual points in the pool. 2K on 1.6K on Deathwickle. Deathwickle not playing with infinite soft drop, it seems. How interesting. Pretty slow game currently, at least compared to the last set. Both players are staying within like the hot. Wait, they're staying between the 1.8 and 1.9 PPS. Pretty slow game right now. Both players have reached, I don't know, pretty much a the game's pretty much at a stalemate right now as both players go back and forth with sending garbage to each other. Looks like Deathwickle is approaching the top of her board. Deathwickle still sitting, I don't know, pretty comfortably at the top there. That's a point for Deathwickle. It was a pretty long match. Pretty long round. Deathwickle apologizing for the long round. There's no need to apologize though. Sorry with the All clear. Trying to find the second perfect clear, does not get it. I don't even think there was a second clear. Unfortunate. And that's another point for Death Wiggle. That round took a lot faster. Looks like something with the I don't know what to call it. It was something. Oh wait. I don't know, but it looks like a bit of a misdrop. Misdrop TKI of sorts. Death Wiggle. Still chugging along, thinking about her every move. It doesn't seem to work this time though. That's 1 point for Zard. Got PC up. PC no. A nice crack from Death Wiggle. I love that username so much. That's another point for Death Wiggle. So we've got SDPC from Sub. Or is it? And we've got a misdropped something from Death Wiggle. They seem to be figuring it out though. Or not. That's another point for Zard. Start with the nice 9-0 well, nice 9-0 stacking. Definitely go with the nice 6-18 spike. Shooting's a hard, suck up to the top. English is hard. Names are hard. Death Wiggle just needs to send a... Never mind. So it just goes down super fast. If you blink, you probably missed them going down. Looks like we've got a bit of something from Death Wiggle. With Zard looking to build the T-spin quad, which they do get in a nice 12 spike, which sends Death Wiggle all the way up to the top. The SDPC spin from Zard. I think. I don't know. I'm second guessing myself. It looks like the score's now 4-4 and the first to 3. If I'm being completely honest, this is the first time I've seen either of these people play in TAWS Youth. But I'm just so impressed. And that's another point for Deathwiggle. Zard in chat saying oops in the room chat, not tabbing out to Twitch to type. Huh. Got a bit of something going on here with Zard. Sky High has a lot of garbage. They need to downstack. Oh, but that's a rough. I don't know if they'll be able to. There was no recovery from that. 4-6. Oh no. Looks like we've got once again something going on. That looks like a bit of a misdrop on Zard's side. Probably was a misdrop. And that's game. Deathwiggle takes the set 7-2. I don't want to even say the score. GG's, guys. Good job to both players, but taking a look at the score, my disappointment is immeasurable. There are your channel points. They have been paid out. And it's time for me to disappear and take a quick break to eat a bit of food. So we're gonna have the lovely cardboard filling it for me. I love them so much. They're such a pro stream host.
Go eat.
Oh my god.
Go eat.
Okay, I'll go eat. I'll still run predictions though.
Yay, okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Alright, so we have the Why Not and the Handmade Elf as our next match. We are waiting for them in the lobby. I hope you can hear me because I don't know how to check, but yes. I'm just gonna ping them again. Alright, they are in the lobby. What do you think is going to win? Them, the TR difference though. Alright, I'm just gonna ask them if they want to warm up. And they do want to warm up, so we will head straight to the warm up. And PC versus PC. Neither of them got a PC. Second versus 9-0. playing for the lines. Okay, hold on. And they're both going at 2.3 TPS and 2.4 TPS. That is fast. Looks like Wino has a little bit of cheese on their butt. A little bit hard to downstep. Let's see if he can make it inside before anyone else makes his next attack. And he can. Oh, he is barely surviving. And he did. Goes for another T-spin. Oh, I don't know why he changed to lie. That is unfortunate. But oh well, this is just a warm-up, so this round doesn't matter. We are going straight to the big match, the big 7. Color field? Or can he survive that? Okay, if he gets attacked, yeah, well, cannot survive that. TKI? Yes, TKI versus TKI. Make use of that garbage for the extra attack, extra boost. Oof. Handmade Elf kind of overstacked a little bit instead of downstacking. Another TKI? Are we gonna see some LST? No. Alright, not bad, not bad. Is he going downstairs in time? Oh, he missed. No. Alright, 3-0. MAL needs to buck up if he wants to win this game. PC versus PC, both of them got the PC. Very epic. Very nice. And another missed shot. No. Can he he can survive this. Oh, why not has a much cleaner bot than Handmade Elf. But Handmade Elf is just barely surviving. It's livable. Still livable? Yes! And he got the downstack. And unfortunate. Four to 0. PC versus PC. Oh, why not has another missed shot. This time the tables have turned and it was Handmade Elf with a cleaner bot, but it's okay. Handmade Elf, I was like, why not turn the game around? And now he has the cleaner bot. He has the high ground. Why not with the extremely clean board with Handmade Elf? Quite a bit of well, actually somewhat clean garbage, allowing him to downstack quite easily. Why not with the back-to-back times 8? Back-to-back times 9? Oh, he has a back-to-back, but that's okay. He did a lot of... He's had a lot of attack. So Handmade Elf, I can't speak, but yes. 17 spike from Why Not? Damn. Clean board really pays off, guys. Alright, a PC versus, I'm not really sure what Why Not opener was, but that looked pretty cool. Oh, a miss drop from Why Not. Is he going to clean it up in time before Hamid sends his attack? And he barely makes it. Is this in time? Hamid has quite a lot of animation until he gets to that cheese. Why Not thinking real hard when where to put his pieces, but that took a little bit too long, allowing Hamid Elf to defeat him for the first time. TTI versus PC. He gets the PC, but that is in favor of Why Not because he has so much clean garbage. Yep. 6-1 match point. Is Hamid Elf going to do a funny and do a... I don't even know what you call it. Never mind. Ooh, clean garbage from Hamid Elf. Nice rolling T-spin from Why Not. Very clean, very nice, very tight. Oh, Hamid Elf also has quite a clean board. 11 spike. He is kind of struggling though, and Why Not takes the point. That is unfortunate. Let's see if Callaghan is back. Alright, up next is... Let me just update this thing. I don't know what you call this. Hold up, why is this not refreshing? Alright, there we go. We have Evolve Fire versus Drain. Drain, would you please come on the stage, please? Thank you. Alright. Their tier is pretty similar. Let's look at their PPS and APM. Damn, it looks like Drain has a slightly better efficiency than Evolve Fire. There's a higher APM and lower PPS. We'll see how that goes. Okay, for now we are just going to the warm-ups. And that is game for that warm-ups. I looked away for that moment, so I'm not really sure what happened, but what happened, I'm sure it was pretty cool. I am going to start the match. Alright, and now we are in the match between Evolve Fire and Drain. Let's see who will be victorious. Ooh, not quite getting the PC there from Drain's side. Looks like Evolve Fire actually wasting quite a lot of eyepieces, but it's okay. In exchange for our cleaner dollars. Looks like Drain is in a little bit of a pickle. But it gets the down snake time, but it didn't matter because Evolve Fire sent the attack a little bit faster. Alright, 3-6 second again versus what's that? SDPC? I don't know. Ooh, a CSD from 3 side. Very nice. Drain gets the point. Drain gets the PC. Let's see if Ballfire can bounce back in time before Drain sends another attack. Yes, he can. And he gets double high pieces. But not enough pressure to kill Drain. Ooh, 16 spike from half the board. Alright, are we gonna see SCSD? Oh okay, no. PC versus PC. Evolve Fire misdropping a little there, but it's fine, I think. Pinky. Oh. Yeah, unlucky pieces for him to work with for downstacking. Drain gets the 3rd point. Alright, PC versus... I forgot the name of that. Not going for the triple T-spin. Well, Evolve Fire has a little bit of a clean board right now, but still sending Drain quite a bit of keys. And it looks like that one piece. Oh, okay, well, he managed to get past that. Oh, he missed again. So this is not looking too good for Drain. Evolve Fire has all the ammunition he needs. Getting his 2nd point. Very nice LSD stacking here at the Evolve Fire side. However, Drain has quite a lot of clean cheese for him to work with. And Evolve Fire struggling to downside a little bit. Alright, DC Cannon versus Summer TKI, yes. The classic DC. Ooh, sending Drain a lot of clean but also a lot of pressure. Can he get out of his bot state in time? Yes, he can. Very nice down stack from Evolve Fire side. Drain almost getting the down stack. Evolve Fire has like, quite a lot of cheese for him to deal with. He better down stack now if he wants to live. And he gets it. Continuing on to his down stack. Sending that Tetris. And Drain is the one with the cheese spot. And he dies. Alright, 6 seconds. I mean 3 seconds. Oops. Both players doing quite a good job in fixing their stack. Unfortunate miss drop up on Rain's side. That eyepiece. We've all been there. The eyepiece finesse is non-existent sometimes. TKI versus TKI. Evolve Fire continuing with the LSC. Well, Drain sent quite a bit of an attack. Let's see how Evolve Fire deals with this. Ooh. I don't know whether he can live this. You better stack a little bit faster. Oh, okay, never mind. He got it. Barely got it. And now Drain is the one with the huge attack on the side, but it's okay. Oh, what happened there? Alright. Both players has a little bit of cheese in their garbage. But I think Evolve Fire is handling it pretty well. Drain's garbage. Damn. He best to downstack if he does not want to get kaboom by Evolve Fire. Ooh, that floating T-spin and that... what is it? SP fix. Drain is in a little bit of a pickle though. I don't know whether he can survive this. Evolve Fire is teasing him basically. Oh, and this yeah, that miss shot is gonna cost him a little bit, but that's okay. He managed to downstack in time because Evolve Fire is not sending enough pressure. For quite a while actually. But it's okay, we all flat bots need to have our local downstack, you know. Oh, the miss drop after miss drop from Drain's side. The nerves, I tell you. Nasty thing. TKI versus TKI? I think. Evolve Fire kind of nuts with the LOC. Or at least the 2-7 stacking. Fortunately, it have to abandon that stacking, but that's okay. Still sending Drain quite a bit of attack. Ooh, that T-spin. Oh, the space bar spin. No. Ooh, nice floating T-spin. 22 spike on Drain's side. Can Evolve Fire survive this? I don't think so. And he didn't. Damn, can Drain come back from this? Ooh, the 6 sack again. Drain has 3 SCSC. Very nice, I think that is 18 Spike. What? And Evolve Fire survives that? No! Nice pressure from Drain, and it is TAWS Breaker. Someone run the command, please. Who do you think will win? The 2 PPS or the more efficiency player? Evolve Fire having a little bit of double eyepiece dependency, but that's okay. It gets that in time. With that speed. Drain is downcycling a little bit. Because to fix that little wonderful cheese on the ground, but that's okay, you got it. Gets the floating T-spin. Now, Evolve Fire has a little bit of cheese on his side too. He used it to do a double T-spin. That's very epic. Drain. He's so risky. No. Wait. Can he survive this? No. He survived this. Man survived it. Evolve Fire not sending enough pressure to Drain's side, but it's to Drain's favor. Drain's amazing downstack abilities allow him to escape from that tragic death. And unfortunate misdrop there. Oh, maybe not misdrop. Never mind. All planned, all planned. Is he going for that? Yes he is. He's going for that. Will he survive this? I do not think so. That is unfortunate. And the winner is Evolve Fire. Well done. That is a very
Hello.
Match. Hey! Finally,
Hi.
Another human being to talk to.
Yes, another human commentating.
Well,
hello.
Well, this is an intermission because I need to see who is next. Please feel free to talk freely. Oh, this is
Alright.
Oh, we're doing top 8 now. Okay, hold on.
Oh, it's top 8 time?
It is top 8. Damn. Let me just
Look at
the yellow.
this prediction. This prediction is so hilarious.
What prediction? I didn't even know that was a... Wait.
The Twitch pepperoni.
Oh.
You bet 1,000 T-bucks just to win 80. Just to win 80 T-bucks. You could have just bet 10. You were the only person who voted. You could have just bet 10 and it would have been way less risk. But no, you bet 1,000 T-bucks.
Wait a second.
This is how gambling addicts lose their money.
It's okay. It's fake money. It's fine.
T-bucks are a very real currency, in my opinion.
Alright, should I put your name as Dash Pepper Yoshi?
Yes.
Let me just fix that. There we go.
Thank you.
Alright. Okay, now
Incredible fractal PFP. Oh, and now we got the top 8 background. Yeah.
Yeah, except that now, okay, I need to leave.
Orange,
pink.
because it's the real deal. These players are on fire.
Yeah,
That's how it goes.
it is also almost reaching to Chinese New Year, so orange for the win. Yes,
Hmm.
I am. Wait, yellow. Oh, okay, thank you. Well, give me back. Let me look at who's next.
Yep. Pull up the brackets.
I think it is Why Not versus Nekusaki. Let's look at their stats. Feel free to comment on their stats.
Yeah, this is interesting. We look at these two players and we see a pretty big TR difference. We see 24.2k versus a 23.5k. That is a very big difference. That is high U versus low U. And why not higher TR, higher PPS, higher APM, higher versus score? Basically all the stats are higher. But knowing TAWS, whenever it seems like it's going to be a blowout, it never is. And whenever it seems like it's a close game, it's always going to be a blowout. So, because of that, I'm going to expect Nekusaki to put up a real good fight. Just because that's how this always goes. So this is the warm-up round. Both players finishing their opener, sending a few back-to-backs, sending a little bit of clean garbage, really nothing crazy. Why not with a messy upstack? He's going to have to clean this up and start going down as he tanks a little bit of cheese. Nekusaki just kind of safely on the bottom of his board. Both players seem to be just kind of playing carefully. This is how warm-up rounds are supposed to go. They're warming up. I mean, it's always pretty crazy when you have like a warm-up round that lasts like 6 seconds. It's like, are you really warming up? Like, what was the point of that? You just did your opener once. You may as well open another window and play sprint. Like that would be a better warm-up.
Speaking facts.
But we have a nice 1 minute long warm-up rounds. Still going, why not with a little cheese on his board? He's gonna have to cancel. Nekusaki also in a similar position. Whatever garbage you send, you're very likely to receive in the future. So if you're not good at downstacking cheese, I would not recommend sending cheese. Why not downstacking, skimming? Not really comfortable with this board state. Trying to send attacks. Something you gotta do when you're downstacking cheese is just cancel everything that's coming your way. If you cancel, then you're taking that cheese out of the game. And you can get down to the bottom of your board where you're safe to start sending clean garbage again. That canceling is a really, really overlooked part of downstacking cheese, and it's really critical. So we're going to see if the players go a little more aggressively in this game. But now it is time for the real match. First to 7. A PC versus stick spin. Why not? Tanking a little bit of clean garbage. Nekusaki at the top. Desperately trying to downstack. Gets the I spin Tetris. And properly uses the clean garbage to cancel lines. Really in a very difficult pure defense situation. Just has to make sure they can survive. #1 priority. Then why not here at the bottom of his board? Just desperately trying to make sure Nekusaki does not get out. Has to get the kill right here. But Nekusaki does get out.
You live to see another
Yep.
game.
They live. And now they're downstacking this clean garbage. Skimming a little bit, maybe looking for more of a combo attack. Why not gets down to the bottom and is starting to attack Nekusaki again. I think Why Not wins this just by never letting up on the pressure. With a higher TR, they have just more offensive experience, and like we see there, big T-spin Tetris spike, and then they had another opportunity to make another T-spin double that would open up the next clean garbage well. Combining that attack in the down stack, that's just something that a better player is just better at doing. And so I think for Why Not to win this, they really have to make sure they never let up on the pressure. Always be threatening Nekozaki, and eventually they'll collapse.
And he is doing just that. Back-to-back times 7.
That is exactly what's happening. Yeah, back-to-back times 7 chain.
Insane.
Yeah, that is a solid back-to-back.
PC versus
Means you found a clean up stack and you maintained the up stack.
Damn. And Nekozaki is not really sending as much pressure to Why Not, allowing him to stack pretty easily.
Yeah, Nekazaki's up stack was not the cleanest, so now they're just kind of waiting for some clean garbage. And now they do get it, and they just kind of skim down. And I think they might be expecting a little more clean garbage at the moment. But now as they send this T-spin Tetris spike, great board state, great counter spike.
And Nekozaki gets his first point.
Yeah, when you realize you're not constantly being threatened by pressure, you have to be threatening your opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you don't win by playing passively all the time. When you get a good opportunity, you have to be able to take control and capitalize on it. That rounds we saw Nekozaki do just that, but now this time Why Not is just winning the round straight up off the up stack, not even giving Nekozaki a chance to transition from the opener phase. Nekozaki seems a little panicked with what they're saying in the chat.
What is he saying? I couldn't see.
Oh, he was just typing ah, and then saying hi to someone who joined the stream's match room.
At least it's friendly. Oh, that 20 spike from Nekozaki's side, causing Why Not to top out.
Yeah, real nice spike. That's what Nekozaki's gonna have to do. If Why Not has to keep threatening Nekozaki, then Nekozaki has to make sure and say, that won't work. I'm going to counter spike you. I'm going to live. You have to step up the offense. So now Nekozaki with a little bit of cheese on their board, gonna try and clean it up, get through to the clean garbage that they're now receiving. Why Not now trying to build back to back as Nekozaki's cheesed up a little bit. Neko opens up this 9-0 well and is on their way to starting this 6-3. Maybe going to get a little more T-spins off. Why Not getting pushed up to the top of their board.
And Nekozaki
And then Nekozaki misdrops the Z-spin, trying to down stack.
I think that's
Very
the popular
unfortunate.
slide.
That kind of thing happens a ton.
Yeah, it's... We've all been there. We've all been there. Alright, bet. PC versus PC.
That kind of like finesse is not really something you do all the time. It's very easy to mess up something like that. That kind of spin
Yeah.
that you don't really do that much.
That's true, that's true. Unless you can like literally...
Nekozaki's gonna tank this pure cheese, and Why Not is just kind of skimming at the bottom of their board. I think this will be a bit longer rounds. Oh no, never mind. They they sent cheese and they just instantly cleaned it up. I don't even know how that happens.
It's too good.
I see them skimming, I see them comboing, it should be sending cheese, and I look over at Neko's board and it's like,
What?
oh, wait, no, that's clean garbage. Like, this doesn't make sense. But now Why Not, with this 6-3 up stack, now has a lot of pressure going, back-to-back 4-chain, making that T-spin triple, but then that kind of put their board state in a weird situation where they couldn't have any more offense after that, and it gives Neko the chance to survive and get down. That's why that consistent maintained pressure is always really important. You can't rely on one spike to kill. Oftentimes what happens is you'll send a 20 spike, and your opponent gets a lucky cancel and is able to live. And what ends up actually killing is not the 20 spike, but the T-spin double after that. It's, 5 lines compared to 20 lines. It should be the 20 spike that kills, but oftentimes that's not really what happens. People know how to survive the spike. But that continuing pressure, it's just really, really difficult to deal with that. So now Nakozaki building stick spin, misdropping, why not building PCs, gets the first PC but not the second one, and now has this 3-6 upstack, looking to send more back-to-back pressure here. Back-to-backs are very consistent. Why not seems to be doing them really well, and now he's up 6-2. Nakozaki saying reverse time. Hey, 6-2 comebacks. They're tough. Oh, pass through PCs. Alright, so now we have so much clean garbage on both sides. And Why Not is the one who opens it up faster and gets the 20 spike. Back-to-back 3 chain, back-to-back 4, and Nakozaki just says GG and is kind of like waiting. Letting Why Not get his 155 APM, 1 attack per piece rounds. Highlight 7-2 stacking. This is what happens when you get passed through PCO. You just panic, and it's like, oh god, we're both gonna have like 400 APM. There's so much clean garbage. Someone's gonna die in the next 5 seconds. Pass-through PCs are just crazy.
But at least it's a no-brainer for what happens next. Alright, we got Night Slayer versus Mandragora for the next match.
Wow. Probably better than not.
Hey.
Probably a better pronunciation. Wow.
Welcome back.
Does that mean you're going away now?
Yes, of course. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Ooh.
Wow.
I
Mandragora playing next. T-spin expert. Super cool.
Super
Versus
cool.
Night Slayer.
Not as cool. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We love it.
T-spin expert is just instant clout.
I'm kidding.
Right, warm-up rounds. Interesting upstack from Man.
Yeah. It's an upstack.
Okay, well now he's got back-to-back 2. He's gonna skim it down, looking for this counter spike in the 6-3 column, which when you get that clean 6-3 garbage, it's like, oh, I'm gonna have this solid upstack. We're gonna have a back-to-back 10 chain. This is gonna be the pressure. And I'm sure Mandragora, T-spin expert, they're gonna be able to have the back-to-back vision for that. But Night Slayer playing faster, able to get through that garbage faster. We're gonna see maybe that speed adds the power needed.
Yay, all of the commands have been uploaded. I wonder if there's a host command. Probably not. That would be a lot.
Now, very important statistic. Mandragora said golf instead of GLHF.
Oh my gosh, that's like the most important statistic.
Yeah, so
It's not.
I don't really know what that says about the gameplay, but I just want you to know that.
I don't know. I think they said it last time they played too. I mean, Mandragora was building up some pretty modern-looking art there.
I don't like the way this looks. Oh, big lag. Big lag. Ugh, scary.
Oh my god. We're already. Oh my gosh. That's a point for Mandragola already. Wow.
In a round with that huge lag spike, I can't believe he actually won that. Yeah, now he's typing in chat. Big lag. Well, you still managed to win, even when you had this like giant red bar on the left side of your board, and I thought you were dead for certain, and then you still lived, and then you won the round. Yeah, 1 round at a time.
Yeah. That's fair. Mandragola seems to be speeding up at the realization that they can T-spin.
Yeah, when you get those simple, clean upstack patterns, you just know them so well.
But not well enough, it seems.
Yeah, well, Night Slayer was just keeping up the pressure, making sure Mandragola could not commit to much offense. They had to be playing defense the whole time. Now we got this interesting donated STSD opener.
I have no idea what that opener was.
And,
I've seen it from him a few times now.
not too sure how to clean it up. But now Night Slayer gonna get through this clean garbage, and Mandragola is just too slow on transitioning that upstack into a counter spike through clean garbage. Really important skill, especially as you get higher into the TR, like getting closer to X rank. Just being able to transition your upstacks into downstacks is really, really important. Because it's not just, I'm high on my board, I'm gonna skim down. There really is this clean offensive element that has to be there. It's really nothing like the kind of game you play in single player or even in a lower. And now Night Slayer looking to, okay, skim as he goes through clean garbage. Mandragola looking to build a little bit of a back-to-back here. But as he tanks Night Slayer's spike, he realizes, no, he's going to have to skim down, stay safer. Both players playing at a fairly similar speed right now. Mandragola canceling. He knows exactly how much clean garbage he wants on his board. So he's going to cancel to make sure he gets there. Kind of tanking, going down, doing a little bit of plonking.
Just a little bit. You gotta have some moderation to it. But
yeah, and now he gets to the bottom of his board and he sees, well, now I have a cleaner board, I can play a little more offensively. So he builds these cool T-spin, donations, fractals, all that T-spin expert stuff. And
T-spin expert stuff.
Yeah, T-spin expert stuff. Mandragola now transitioning his MKO opener into this nice downstack through clean garbage, looking to make this TSD donation, does find a way to do it. I love this T-spin expert gameplay, it's always so amazing to watch. You might think, well, they're just good at T-spins, but every player is good at T-spins in their own way. It's all such a creative art. There's really no two T-spinners who are the same. The kind of fractals you'll see me build are nothing like whatever Mandragola's building, and there's really no like objective better T-spin. It's all just art.
It is, like, some of us can only dream of becoming this much of a T-spin wizard. Like,
Yeah, now he
right there,
used this simple T-spin triple, and now he's gonna transition it into
he
this
makes it.
up stack
He makes it
down
look
now.
so easy. Oh,
Night Slayer's just been kind of chilling in like the middle of his board, not really playing too much offense, not really playing too much defense, just kind of playing a little passively. But now he's like, wait, I'm up 5-2. I should probably just like win. And,
yeah.
that's what he's trying to do now. He's trying to win. All right, I spent enough time in the art museum. We can go now. I don't really
We can go now.
that exciting. We can go now.
He's just like, I want to go home now. I'm over it.
Yeah, man, Trigola finding through this clean garbage. Big counter spike. Little bit of combo, a lot of Tetrises. You just go boom, boom, and all the gray stuff on your board goes away, and all the red stuff on your opponent's board goes up. And then that number at the top that says who's going to win goes up 1. And now it goes up 1 again. And now this is the kind of time where Night Slayer might be getting a little nervous, like, oh no, I can't be giving up this game now, and then it might make him play worse. Or Mandragola gets nervous because it's like, oh, I gotta make this comeback. I started it, now I gotta finish it. And now he sends some clean, but now Night Slayer has such a good board to counter spike. He's gonna find T-spin after T-spin after T-spin. Look at how clean this is. This is just pure, just perfect, pure upstack shapes. Back-to-back 6-chain is effortless with this board. 91 APM. He's just barely playing over 2 PPS. He's got high, like, X rank level at APP. But then Mandragola perfectly making sure that offense is not enough. Mandragola perfectly surviving, opening up the board, and getting the counter spike. I thought that Night Slayer's counter spike would be what kills Mandragola, but nope, that is not what happens. Oh no, and now we see his opener phase sad. Like, I don't know if that was passed through or what, but just really short rounds ending kind of randomly in opener phase. That's so sad. You make this comeback from 6-2, now it's 5-6.
Holy bucket, someone got a big
3
hit.
out of 5 rounds for the comeback. And then you lose like that. Just some random opener phase. Whatever. I didn't even really see how he lost. I'm gonna be honest. I watched his board, and I was like, okay, he's gonna downstack, and then it's like, wait, he died. Huh? I don't know what's going on.
You couldn't even see the garbage.
Yeah. It was an exciting game, and like the most anticlimactic ending is just like, wait, that's it? That's the end of the game? Okay. All right. I guess that's the end. I guess we're not seeing a full comeback. That's never a fun way to make a match end. But now we got Deathwiggle versus Evolve Fire. If we look at the TR, oh, this is really similar. If we look at the stats, Evolve Fire is faster, but Deathwiggle, she has a little higher APM. And now we see Evolve Fire doing sprint openers in the warm-up. I know people typically do sprint as a warm-up, but like, you don't sprint in versus.
That's just not okay. Come on now.
This isn't Tetris Effect. This is not the meta.
This is not the meta, and it's just... come on.
Okay, well now they're gonna greed this Kaiden, and then just combo down, as Deathwiggle tries to clean up her board.
Deathwiggle does do a really good job of cleaning up her board though.
Yeah, now we see this potential T-spin that will open up the garbage. And now using this little short combo to cancel and sends a little bit of cheese back. That one line won't really do much though, as now Evolve Fire gonna send a little bit of a counter spike, really pushing Deathwiggle back into the ropes. And now both players are cheesed up a bit, but Evolve Fire, I'd say, definitely has a worse position. Higher up, more cheese. They've got to cancel every line he can. But now Deathwiggle transitions to this really, really nice upstack, and now they're going to have this T-spin Tetris spike that'll open up this garbage. That is just amazing spiking fundamentals. Using this count to 6 to open up the garbage and then find a combo to get that pressure after the spike. That was almost a 20 spike, I think. Like, that was just a really, really high quality warm-up round.
Yeah, that was pretty insane. Honestly, like, it happened so fast too. Well, not really.
Why are you doing sprint openers again? Okay, at least they're building a T-spin. At least they're building the T-spin. Okay, but now they're like really, really high up on their board. This is very dangerous territory for Evolve Fire, especially if they're gonna misdrop. When you misdrop, you want to be low on your boards, and so you have the most time to get out. But misdropping after doing sprint openers, oh, that's a little questionable. Well, now they get the SZ start, so they can't be doing Yui Metal Cannon. Instead, they do Hachi Spin. I like Hachi Spin.
We love Hachi Spin.
As Evolve Fire has 9-0 garbage, misdrops their TSD. Deathwiggle now trying to figure out what they want to do with this upstack. Gonna make it a 2-7 upstack.
And I mean, it does work really well. For now, at least.
They had a clean LST shape, but they got pressured a little bit from Evolve Fire. Now, Deathwiggle kind of realized, no, I don't want to commit to that upstack. So now they're going to go down and take this T-spin Tetris spike. Solid. It's going to give Evolve Fire some clean garbage. So now Fire should be counter spiking right here. We see T-spin Tetris, but Deathwiggle with this super clean board. Again, you see they're ready for whatever clean garbage gets sent back. This is like perfect fundamentals of just sending clean, getting clean back, and being ready for that clean counter spike. And now we see Deathwiggle with so much clean garbage, and they're going to be using it. They put this clean garbage into the game, and now she's going to get the kill with it. That's perfect offensive fundamentals we see. And that is, I think, about the average X rank attack per piece, so very, very solid efficiency from Deathwiggle too. Now we see Evolve Fire building SDPC as Deathwiggle tanks everything. Deathwiggle has not forced Evolve Fire to tank anything so far. They might get away with this DPC. But now, okay, Deathwiggle does get a counter spike, which forces the DPC to be used to cancel instead of attack. And now Evolve Fire, after sending all that clean garbage, now has to tank all that clean garbage in return, because the garbage always goes both ways. Whatever you send, you're going to receive in the future. And now Evolve Fire, seeing that happen, now builds this T-spin Tetris upstack, 10, 11, 12 spike, and Deathwiggle's just not ready for that counter spike.
And that gives Evolve Fire his first point in the set. But you know, it's TAWS, anything can happen. We could see.
It's round 3. This is like, round 4 now. Literally. The scores were 1-2. We barely started the match.
Anything can happen. We could see Deathwiggle just absolutely take the rest of the set. We could see Evolve Fire take the rest of the set. There could be a TAWS breaker for all we know.
They could be alternating rounds and have it be a super close game up until the end, and then have this super anticlimactic finish, like kind of like last game.
Oh my gosh, last game. It hurt my soul so much.
I didn't even notice what happens. So, like, there wasn't any, like, shock at first. I was just, wait, that's the end of the match.
And then it just hit, wait,
And
that
then
was
it hit, yeah. Afterwards, then it hit. Then it was like, oh, that's such a sad way to end the comeback. Now, Deathwiggle would have had a PC, ends up being a color clear, so now color clears, they don't send any lines, but they do give you a very clean board to try to downstack with.
They also give you very nice style points and approval of the commentator.
Only if you notice the color clear.
Only, yeah.
Sometimes you just do it subconsciously, because like, oh, doing this will open up all of the columns, so I'll be able to downstack easier that way. That's kind of like the subconscious decision making. It's not like, oh, this is a color clear.
Or is it?
It's a color clear if you don't count gray as a color. Those are my words of wisdom for color clear. So Evolfire goes up 4-2 in this match. So now, I think what might be happening is what you said, Evolfire gonna run away with the game, but can't make any assumptions too early because, again, like you said, this is TAWS. Anything could happen. So
I deeply apologize for my action.
But you also said like every possible outcome.
I did.
Except for what's actually going to happen. What's actually going to happen is going to be like the new reality that was never imagined. Now Deathwiggle makes it 4-3. That's a really important round. A 1-point lead is much easier to eliminate than a 3-point lead. Especially like when the score is 5-2, it feels like it's over.
It really does. But now
Deathwiggle tanks this PC, has a lot of clean garbage to work with, and is a little bit slow on trying to get this counter spike, but maybe it pays off because they do have a super, super clean board as they now try to make this clean garbage work with their new up stack now that they've cleared through all that. And now we see Evolfire at the bottom of their board looking for, now they have an 09 stack, making this Kaiden. Can't keep back-to-back as they go down, so now that... Alright, that counter spike is going to be enough to take the round. They go up 5-3. Evolfire 2 rounds away from winning the set. Deathwiggle 4 rounds. Evolfire misdrops TKI. Deathwiggle going to be sending some T-spins. Building back-to-backs as Evolfire just skims down. Tries to end Deathwiggle's back-to-back chain with a counter spike, and that is what happens. We see Deathwiggle from those skims that Evolfire had tanked a lot of cheese. So now Deathwiggle is going to be skimming, maybe sending some cheese back. And now Deathwiggle now gets to the clean garbage and now has this counter spike. Getting towards the bottom in a pretty safe position. Okay, I saw something that they did not do.
What did you see?
Maybe my T-spin vision is going a little crazy. Maybe seeing Mandragola and his T-spins maybe be like, oh, I want to turn on my T-spin expert brain again.
Oh my god. No, just turn off your brain completely.
I'll turn off my brain. No, I'm not turning off my brain. That would kill me.
Oh wait, no, right, that would kill you. Oopsie.
You say that like you didn't really care that turning off my brain would kill me. I'm a little concerned right now.
Oh look, a T double from Deathwiggle. No way.
Wow, and now they have this combo power stack, and they're going to be trying to start this counter spike with a combo, sending a little bit of cheese. This power stacking is a real nice strategy, used a lot. Deathwiggle now takes this round, makes the score 5-4, looking for more. And this next round, we see PCO from Deathwiggle and Evolvefire starting again with these 6-3 openers, but you're not promo. Now has to skim down as Deathwiggle keeps up the pressure after the PC. Okay, Evolvefire just barely gets out. Now they have this T-spin triple, and now that's just this super clean board state, but they're way too high up to do anything. And oh my god, that was the craziest round I've seen in a long time.
Oh my
Especially from U-Ranks.
Oh my gosh.
that was nuts.
That was something.
There was just so much clean garbage getting thrown back and forth. Such a clean board from Evolvefire, and just such like perfect. The pressure will just keep going on forever from Deathwiggle. It's like Evolvefire is like, no, let me do my T-spins. I have a clean board state, and Deathwiggle's like, no, I also have a clean board state. Take these T-spins, and we just see the APM numbers go up like they're trying to count to 1 million or something.
This is just like the literal set, like just a literal no with a heart. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. This just feels like.
Did you turn your brain off? Please.
Maybe. I think I did. I don't.
Turn it back on. You're gonna die.
Oh my gosh. No way, you're actually concerned.
Yes, I am.
I'm sorry. My brain hasn't been working all day.
Well, it's been working enough to keep you alive.
Unfortunate. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Alright, both players now with a little bit of clean garbage. Nothing that's really going to be like too threatening for either player. So they're just going to send clean garbage back and forth. As we're approaching the 2-minute mark on this round, Evolvefire now wants to step up the offense. Deathwiggle now with a lot of garbage to go through. Evolvefire with this board, they're maybe trying to get this power stack, a little bit of a combo. Deathwiggle needs all the time they can get to get through this garbage. Now with 1-8, gets a good combo. Very solid combo, and now gets through to their 3-6 garbage at the bottom. No more down stacking needed as Evolvefire maybe misdrops. I didn't really see what happens. But now they have this upstack self-made cheese, and now they're going to T-spin single through that. They want to send a lot of cheese to Deathwiggle, make sure that she cannot start much offense.
Please, guys, no more self-made cheese. I'm lactose intolerant.
Hey, I think it's pretty cool if you can make cheese yourself. Like, I'm no good at cooking anything.
I don't know, cheese in theory is pretty easy to make.
Doesn't cheese take like a while to make? Isn't there like a process to it? I don't know.
There's different kinds of cheese. Like, you can make a pretty generic cheese in under 30 minutes.
Anyways, Evolvefire, they seemed to listen and tried to make cheese, and they made cheese really, really quickly. Like under a minute. But they made it virtually on a Tetris board. But I don't know how tasty Tetris cheese is.
I don't know. I think it just tastes like TV static.
I don't know. Cheese is normally like yellow though, and this cheese is it's all kinds of different colors.
What about orange cheese?
Cheddar cheese. There's a bunch of different white cheeses.
Is there
stale cheese?
Stale cheese?
Stale cheese. I don't think cheese gets stale. Anyways, we have a pretty close round right now. Both players with a little bit of clean garbage on their board. Evolvefire now with a lot of clean that they have to go through gets this nice multiplier. Deathwiggle with a clean board, they're going to be able to downstack pretty cleanly. They have this combo, and now they're going to be opening up this 4-5 well with a T-spin. Going to be making big back-to-backs right now, but they choose to take this combo spike instead, as it works better with their Q. Definitely great decision-making, great awareness, not trying to force anything, just working with what they got. And now Evolve Fire, on the other hand, now tanks their 4-5 clean garbage, and now they're making back-to-backs. Kind of hesitant, trying to find this next T-spin, but can't really find it, so they're going to skim down, and it gives Deathwiggle a little bit of cheese. So it seems like that's kind of the end of that offensive phase. Both players are going to downstack, they're going to cancel lines, they're going to reset their board states, and then start slowly adding in the clean again.
Rinse and repeat.
Unless someone fails to downstack, which right here, Deathwiggle, this is a scary position. They do not have much to cancel with, and Evolve Fire just keeps pressuring. That was great from Evolve Fire. You know, there's two ways you can deal with cheese. You can cancel everything, downstack, and reset the boards, just like I said. Or you can just ignore it and keep pressuring. Because if your opponent's playing pure defense, they're not going to threaten you with any counter spikes. You're free to upstack all you want. Now, if you make the wrong choice, you will probably lose the rounds. If you're canceling while your opponent is attacking, well, kind of scary. But if you're attacking and your opponent's also attacking, one of you are gonna die, and it doesn't look very good for either player. It's gotta be like a 50-50.
Hey, I was right about this possibly being a toss break. Evolve
You
Fire.
were right, and Evolve Fire ends up winning with their pressured counter spike.
Wait, did we run the command? We did run the command!
Wow, I'm so proud of you, Twitch chat.
Oh my gosh, Twitch chat. We love Twitch chat.
226 TAWS breakers.
It's more than that.
Can you run the command twice for one
No,
round?
you can't.
No, there's like a delay on it.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a loser's round, so
Oh man, what a close match.
banished.
The losers bracket. Deathwiggle, you did play really, really well.
Oh
Just
my
very
God.
clean board states, strong offense.
Oh my gosh, now we have HL Turbo and Beep Boop Hee Hoo. I am gonna find as many abbreviations, as many things that HL stands for as possible. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. Say something! I don't...
Okay, I'll say something about the game.
No.
Right now, Beep Boop is dying. I think I tested your cheese theory. That did look like pretty tasty cheese. Alright, well here's the real match. Hopefully we don't see Beep Boop making... I don't know if you want to call that art, or cooking cheese, or just misdropping, or having a Kopuner moment, something, I don't know. HL Turbo wins the rounds with a really big opener spike. We see HL misdrop their opener, and now Beep Boop kind of on the offensive. Gotta find these T-spins quick. Just gotta burst it. Just burst it. 2.82 PPS, almost 100 APM. I remember playing a speed capped match against Beep Boop recently, and they held almost one attack per piece for a pretty long time, which was really impressive for me. Because like they were really matching my stats. And I know I was playing in a way that I'm not really good at. I'm not very good at timing my defensive spikes. I'm very good at just building a lot of spikes. but that kind of defensive timing, I'm not very good at that. But Beep Boop played really, really well against that kind of play style. Played very efficiently. I mean, I do send like all the clean garbage in the world to him, but just the efficiency to actually be able to take advantage of it, that really impressed me.
And Beep Boop gets another point. Oh my god. As we're talking about him.
As we're talking about his incredible skill, we see this same opener matchup, and both players seem to skim out of it early. As HL has a giant 9-0 well, takes this double Tetris. Beep Boop. Okay, he's got to get down fast. He's got to cancel lines. He's just got to go down, play pure defense. This is a bad situation for him. HL Turbo, you got to step on the gas, crank up the offense. Beep Boop is about to get out. This is your round to win. And Beep Boop is getting out, doing a good job just going down, canceling lines. Tanking, count to 4 now. Trying to find a way to get down with back-to-back. Can't really find it. Maybe that was a little too much offensive greed, and now HL Turbo starts maybe wanting to turn the offense in their direction. I wouldn't say that's a very good idea, though. You got like a giant tub of cheese on your board. You might want to consider eating it.
I don't know. I don't think Tetris cheese would taste very good.
This is like that thing where everything is made out of cake. Make Tetris pieces out of cake, but make garbage out of cheese.
Oh my god.
We need a baker.
I could do this.
A Tetris baker.
I could do this. Oh my gosh, SDPC spin very high up though.
You could really do that.
I could do it. I bake a lot.
What is your favorite opener? Maybe you could bake Tetris pieces and then make your opener.
Mech V3.
No, that is not an okay answer. You can't say Mech TSD as your favorite opener. You said that just because I hate Mech. I know. I know you did. Invalid answer. No more cake.
No!
Oh, Beep Boop making this C-spin. Yes, perfectly adapting to the 4-5 clean garbage that spawned perfectly. No! No! Did you see the multiplier? It was right there. It was like, you could touch it. It's like when you can smell the freshly baked cake and then you can't buy it because it was a pre-order for someone else. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore, but that was just a tragic misdrop of the giant highlight spike from Beep Boop. HL Turbo has to make this comeback. He was granted like a big blessing. Beep Boop probably demoralized. His board is just he's like, give up. He had the Stacky Award Twitch clip of the year right there.
Oh my god.
So sad.
Oh my god. Holy buckets, that was it was something. It was right there.
It was right there. Beep Boop making this STSD a little bit greedy, not the cleanest in my opinion.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get punished.
Yeah, that was coming.
T-spins there are fine, but I just think that STSD was not very clean. did not really give much opportunity to downstack. It forced a lot of overstacking because there were some LNJ dependencies in there. So the ability to clear lines, the ability to skim down, it was basically non-existent.
What's a pretty opener? What's like a really
pretty
cool looking opener that I can make, that I can turn into a cake?
Cool looking opener.
Huh.
My profile picture, but that's not an opener.
Yeah.
Yeah, to make a Tetris cake
I'll
out of a certain opener. A Tetris PC opener
Oh my
would
god.
would be like the most. That would be like the prettiest. Because you could argue any like big spike, you have like a C spin over a bunch of clean garbage. Like that's obviously pretty. But maybe a Tetris PC is the most like reasonable. Yeah, TKI PC. But that's you stay at the bottom the whole time. You clear lines and then you stack up. Maybe I think for a cake you want something that's built up like all at once.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe turning it into like a, you know, a cake pop type mixture, and making cubes out of that to use as little Minos.
Steal the Tetris G Fuel flavor. And
I have Tetris G Fuel.
I have never even seen it sold anywhere, but I've also never looked.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I paid $35 for it.
Do you like it?
It's pretty yummy. I bought it a couple months ago. I'm still not done with the top though because I don't drink it often.
Makes sense.
I'm not a caffeine fiend.
Yeah, I'm not an energy drink kind of guy. I'll have a cup of iced tea in the morning, but I don't like coffee. I don't like energy drinks.
In the mornings, honestly. Oh! Oh, what is...
Turbo is making a frame around this T-spin because he thinks it's very
Washing machine?
beautiful. And now he cleared it. Okay.
No!
And now Beep Boop making these T-spins right here. Maybe not the cleanest board, but he's gonna combo through it because, oh my god, there's just so much cheese on his board. Look at this. There's no way he's living any of that. Man really got, like, sent to Italy, or really Switzerland, because it looks like Swiss cheese.
HL Turbo seems to be doing a lot better now.
So, is this like the third TAWS breaker today, or is this
No. I mean, on stream, almost
or-
every game was a toss break.
I didn't watch the start of the stream, so you would know better. We have yet another TAWS breaker and another win for HL Turbo.
Let me count the toss breakers. What?
Alright, so now we're into top 6.
8 toss breakers total. I can math. Wait, who won that?
HL Turbo won that.
Wait, I didn't start the prediction. Wow. Why didn't anyone remind me? No.
We took a break from gambling.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan of risking all my T-bucks. Alright, we got Evolve Fire, the Sprint Opener.
And we've got Kozaki.
Doing something. Maybe making a donation. No, failed to clear the lines out. Warm-up rounds. Turn your brain back on.
No!
The warm-up round is supposed to be, you know, just get your hands warmed up, get your brain in the mood for verses. You know, start feeling the flow again. You can't just jump right into the game and instantly be like making all the right decisions. It's a fast game. You don't really think about the right decisions. You just see and you subconsciously know what to do. You build this game sense every time you play. And it just tells you, based on what you're doing, you just know, not based on any theory or any kind of like math, just from experience. You know when you do something, you know what happens after. You know when you send clean garbage, you know exactly when to expect a counter spike. You know when you send cheese, you're gonna get cheese back, and you have to downstack, you have to be ready to cancel.
Yeah, Nekozaki in chat saying, "Oh yeah, bad idea. Bad idea indeed." Oh,
Yeah,
and
so
also,
some days are just not good days because you're just not feeling it the same way. It's a game of feel.
yeah. This is why I don't TL every day anymore.
I haven't played TL since October.
What?
Really, I haven't. I've just been playing in public lobby 1v1s. I've been playing bot 1v1s.
And I
Doing coaching. I've still been playing a lot of Tetris, but not through TL.
Yeah, no, I'm a TL main. If I'm not playing TL, I'm just not playing Tetris.
Alright, Nekozaki, nice spike right there. Evolve Fire has this garbage all grouped up close together. It makes it tough to downstack, but what it does make is it makes it easy to make a combo power stack spike. So they just kind of cleared through it, maybe looking for more back-to-back attacks than for a combo attack. But when garbage is pretty close together, you can build that funnel stack around it. You can build that power stack. And you can typically get a pretty big combo, and you have a very solid chance of continuing into a multiplier spike. So that close together garbage, maybe if you play Cheese Race a lot, you're like, oh, I hate this, I'm always going to be covering my well. Well, not the same in Versus. In Versus, garbage close together can mean big combo.
Yeah,
Because he's saying in chat, clearly panicking because they're down 3-0.
you forgot about the lowercase.
Type, what, 9 capital A's and then 1 lowercase a?
I don't know. That seems like a 9-0 stack interpretation to me.
9-0 stacking in text?
English teachers making us fine.
English teachers interpreting capitalization as 9-0 stacking.
Honestly, they probably would.
English teachers' interpretations of anything are just crazy.
They are. I think one of my
Oh, we got Nekozaki here with a little bit of an LST stack. We see T-spin Tetris spike, making another T-spin, making way for the Z placement. Kind of, they know what's coming next. Oh no, the J misdrop. That's so sad. They had a really good T-spin continuation. I think they were gonna see it.
Yeah.
Just the way they were stacking around is like, yeah, they know what they're doing. Like Nekozaki, they don't have this Q that gives them like perfect LST shapes, but their freestyle vision is letting them still make the best out of what they're given. Still making solid enough offense. Still keeping back-to-back chains, not wasting T, not skimming. And then the J miss drop. Like, really? It's always so sad, but you have to be able to play through that. You have to be able to realize what's going on. Just stay relaxed, keeping your composure. That's something that I've gotten, me personally, I've gotten so much better at just recently. Keeping my composure during games, not like just kind of losing it in the middle of a game. I honestly can't remember the last time I got angry at a game of Tetris.
It just doesn't happen.
Like my whole mentality, it's just shifted a lot for each game. I feel like a more confident player, and that's something that it's kind of an overlooked part of improvement. Just that mental, emotional stability. Like Nekozaki again saying in chat. Maybe panicking is not the best idea here. Maybe you just want to make sure you realize, okay, I'm probably not going to win this one. I notice what Evolve Fire is doing, what Evolve Fire is doing better. And then you gotta make a way to at least make the game close. First, win one round. You don't want to lose 7-1. It looks better to lose 7-2. And then, if you lose 7-3, it looks even better. And then if you lose 7-4, it really looks like a closer game. Then if you lose 7-5, well, yeah, that looks like a close game. And then get to the tiebreaker, like you really have a chance to win. You take it one round at a time. Just keep your composure, stay relaxed.
No, the thing with 7-4 is I probably hate it as much as you hate mech.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
It's okay though, everything's okay.
Well, there's been a lot of TAWS breakers, not a lot of 7-4. So I guess that's making you happy.
Yes. There's only been one on stream.
Streams matches, staff carefully predicting which matches won't be 7-4.
We love Azura.
And Cat is commentating.
No, I think some of them do it on purpose. And some of them just pick the ones that are most likely to get 7-4 on purpose.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun when I'm playing in a tournament match and, like, I know I'm gonna lose. I go down 5-9. And I'm like, wait, I'm down 5-9. I gotta win this round. And then I see the score on stream tick up to 6-9. And I'm like, I did my job. I did my job.
You did your job. Now you can lose comfortably.
Yeah, I'm fine with losing 11-6.
As long as the job's done.
So we've seen long rounds, like this one, currently going on for almost 3 minutes. Pretty cheesy gameplay. We see some combos. Nekozaki gets down with a little combo spike. Not really sending that many lines, just kind of going down. Evolve Fire, tanking a little bit of cheese. Gonna down stack, gonna send a little bit back to Nekozaki. But now both players are seeing like margin time. The gravity's going up. Evolve Fire almost gets this big multiplier that maybe would have won the rounds.
Almost.
Almost. They did have it, but then used the wrong piece for the last skim. So now the garbage is definitely a little bit cleaner now. Both players want to play a little more aggressively. Evolve Fire using this combo to cancel, and now Nekozaki at the top, really in a desperate position. They have to make sure every eyepiece is a Tetris through clean garbage, not wasting I, trying to minimize wasted T, making sure they're still building T-spins, still able to cancel lines, but that just will not be enough. 3 minutes and 53 seconds. Just, like, pretty strong defensive play from both players. They, well, I guess strong defensive play truly would not make rounds go on that long. It's more like passive play.
Yeah.
Because defense is when you watch like CZ or Ritterus, and they're carefully managing how much clean garbage is on their board. They're carefully watching their board state. And then at the right time, then they decide, okay, now I'm comfortable. I'm going to burst my offense now. Their defense isn't necessarily playing passively. You really can't play passively in high X. But their defense is just carefully setting up their board in the best positions that will make offense easier. It'll make their offense more effective. And like, if you think about it in terms of real sports, it's much easier for a basketball team if their defense is good. They'll only have to score 100 points to win the game, instead of, if their defense is bad, having to score 130 points to win a game. Like, defense doesn't replace offense, it just makes offense easier. Or, no, it doesn't really make offense easier. It makes the offense you have more effective.
Yeah, I guess that's the better way to describe it. And as you finished your sentence, Evolved Fire did take the win on that set.
And it wasn't 7-4, it was 7-2. But Nekazaki, you know, they stayed in the game. They were able to take that second round. And so they go out, tied for 5th place. Good performance. Especially because they're in low U rank. Wait, Evolfire was a Underdogs Cup 3rd place? When was that? I have no recollection of that.
I have no recollection of that either.
I'm old. I can't keep track of all the new tournament winners. Anyways, we got the T-Spin experts, Mandragola and HL Turbo, who just barely beat Beep Boop in a tiebreaker. So, do they? Okay, no 2-line PC.
Unfortunate.
HL Turbo, they got the PC solve that gives, is it, I think it's 2 out of 7 chance for a 2-line PC. No, it's got to be more than that. It's definitely more than that, because there's multiple solves.
Yeah.
There's LIJO and then another O. And then there's no eyepiece. You do double L, double J, and O. So, I don't know what the math is. I'm not very good at math. But the odds, I think, are a little over... Maybe closer to... No. Just a little over 2 out of 7, probably. Ask someone who's good with PC calculations.
I don't know any PC wizard. Do you know
All I
any?
know is that I am not a PC wizard.
Unfortunate. Oh my gosh.
HL Turbo getting this PC, did they... It looks like they had a little bit of lag on their board.
Yeah, they did.
I
thought that
the
was
lag
ridiculous.
help them? Did it let them get the PC?
I think it did.
Well, the high ping would make it so that they tank the garbage later. So it probably did let them get the PC. Now HL Turbo ties the game up at 1-1. Androgola now kind of hesitant. Okay, so now he decides to build TKI. Wants to skim because it's always a weird situation when you have one line of garbage in your garbage queue. It's like, do you build back-to-back or do you cancel the one line of cheese? Mandragola there decided to cancel the one line of cheese. Good idea because he didn't really have much of a back-to-back build. Now he takes this mini T-spin single to maintain back-to-back and transition into a 5-4 up stack, but that's not even necessary because whatever pressure he had beforehand, that was enough to win the round. So now Mandragola, the T-spin expert, goes up 2-1 against DT Cannon? What? Okay, wait, why is he stalling his opener now? Why is he doing DT into 3 wide? Okay, so as a former Puyo Puyo Tetris player, all the time I saw these like random Japanese people using DT Cannon into 4 wide. But
why?
Because it's PPT. It works. Sometimes. Not against me, though. No, really, you do DT Cannon, and then you do a side 4 wide.
DT Cannon? I can only do DT cannot.
The purpose is you use the DT to cancel whatever your opponent's opener was, and then you use the time, like, transitioning to build up the side 4 wide. But if you just keep sending T-spins, they really can't build up the 4 wide that high. And then in PBT with the line clear delay, if your 4 wide is not very strong, it's just kind of a waste of time. So now Mandragola building up this back-to-back chain, he had this up stack, tanked some garbage, and worked his board where using his back-to-backs would get the garbage open. And that let him very efficiently stay at the bottom. And no! This SDSD broken. So sad. 1 out of 10. But building that back-to-back chain, staying low, opening up each garbage well with back-to-back, building that back-to-back chain, that is definitely not a waste of time. 4 wides, yeah, they can be a waste of time sometimes. Especially in a slow Tetris game with the line clear delay, if it's not powerful enough. But building a back-to-back chain in Tetrio, if your board is clean enough to handle sending and then tanking all that clean garbage, oh yeah, it's really, really powerful. That is not a waste of time. So now HL Turbo here with the C-spin opener, probably SDP C-spin, and now Mandragola gotta like really turn on the blockfish, ZZZTOJ, kinda. I'm just gonna live forever. Can't quite get it though.
Unfortunate.
HL Turbo misdropping his STPC spin, so he gets the C spin off, but now has 2 I dependencies. And like, has no place for this L or J piece. He's just skimming, and he's really hesitating when he has to just stride your way down. There's no down stack that takes a low amount of pieces. You just gotta stride everything and hope that your speed will be able to get you out. But that didn't happen. Mandragola goes up 5-2 now. HL Turbo gonna tank some clean garbage. He's got this board, and he's got 7-2 garbage. Maybe looking for a T-spin here. Gonna find it, and he chooses to skim down. He's gonna skim open this 8-1 garbage, and that counter spike. Not really building a back-to-back chain, but just staying comfortable, keeping a clean board state, even though he did have to skim. Keeping that clean board state let him find the T-spins he needed, even without the back-to-back bonus. That's why you never want to force anything. If you force it, you're not really comfortable with the resulting board state. Typically not a good idea. You want to stay inside your comfort zone as much as you can. And then as you get to be a better player, there's more situations that are within your comfort zone because you have just better vision. You have better stacking vision. You have better T-spin vision. You have better everything vision, and you see better solutions that you just never would have seen before. So now HL Turbo with this 3-6 garbage has this clean up stack where he's going to be looking for more T-spins. Mandragola with 6 combo, down stacking, using that combo to cancel incoming lines as he is in a pretty tough position. HL Turbo never really got that much out of that up stack, so now he just has this 09 board, which is probably what he's more comfortable with, and so now he's just going to be down stacking. Sidewell stuff like 09 and 9-0 can be very, very dangerous because it's really easy to overstack very high. And then you become very, very reliant on eyepieces. Because when you have a center well up stack, you can be building more T-spins. When you get pushed up, you can use a T-spin to both clear lines and cancel. When you have a sidewell, when you have 09 or 9-0, you're stuck relying on eyepieces to do all of your offense and all of your defense. So as you get to be a better player, these guys are using sidewell stacking less and less. As you can see, if you watch normal TAWS and then TAWS U, you can see the SS ranks players will be far more comfortable in a sidewell, as where these players, they're definitely more comfortable center well. And you can see HL Turbo has just had this super clean up stacking board for a while, but I don't think he's really seen the best ways to take advantage of it. And then you get to X rank players, and they're taking these boards that HL Turbo is getting, and they're cranking out at like 2.5 at least PPS. Solid 100 APM back-to-back chain offense, and like no matter what, you're just gonna die. Like when they find that board, there's nothing you can do. No amount of counter spike. Everything is going to be canceled or down stacked. There's just nothing you can do. It's too late. Their offense is just too powerful.
It's too late? What?
That's really what happens. I mean, I've been in X rank for almost 2 years now. I have a lot of experience with this gameplay. It is extremely intense, and these players, as they are approaching high U, that X rank barrier, they're going to be learning about that, and they're going to be improving their play styles, they're going to be improving their vision, they're going to be improving all of their skills to get ready for that. The game is, I'm gonna put it this way, the game, as you get better, is much more threatening.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The pressure is always more constant. There's never a board where someone is not attacking. There's never a board where someone is like, they're just skimming and they're not really doing anything. Whatever they're doing, they're going to threaten you in 2 ways. They're going to threaten you by, your offense is not going to kill me. That's like a defensive kind of threat, where it's like, oh shoot, I'm going to get counter spiked. He's not dying. And then there's obviously offensive threats. The pressure, the stuff that's like, you see this APM number and you see it hit like 150. Like, that is big offensive threats.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Threaten with 20 APM cheese. No, X ranks do not do that. Because here's the thing. When you get good with back-to-back chains, what happens is you can deal with cheese very easily in 2 ways. One, okay, there's no way you actually win with 20 APM cheese. I don't believe you. You don't win like that. You win with cleaner spikes.
Okay, but what if?
Okay, 50 APM cheese. All right, that's a more believable number because when you go to J-Stress and you play Survival, it's pure cheese sent at 60 APM, and it's very, very difficult to survive because you can't cancel any of it, which is what I'm saying. When you get good with back-to-backs, cheese is handled in one of two ways. One, it is canceled. It takes one T-piece and 2 lines to cancel 4 lines of cheese, which, because cheese is naturally inefficient, that can, like, very quickly erase a lot of your time and a lot of your effort. Or the other player will just tank the cheese and ignore it. They will keep building their back-to-back chain because they know you're gonna die eventually. Your cheese is not actually that big of a threat. So now let's see this game right here. Mandragola up 6-4 against HL Turbo. Has a lot of clean garbage on his board and he's going to downstack. He's sending a little bit of cheese to HL Turbo. So now HL, seeing that Mandragola on the offensive, he's probably not going to be dying anytime soon. So HL Turbo, he can't like ignore the cheese and keep up stacking. He has to keep the pressure going on more of a defensive kind of thing. It's like, I can't let Mandragola get much offense off, but I have to stay safe myself. So you cancel lines, you go down. HL Turbo did a good job of that so far. Until that T-piece misdrop, and now they're overstacking his 09. That's a really sad way to go out.
Mandragola again with the egg.
Mandragola winning 7-4. HL is gonna perfectly represent my lesson of what happens when you get sent cheese. You cancel it, you downstack, and then you start an upstack again. But the T-piece misdrop throws a wrench into everyone's plans. Very sad for HL Turbo. But solid win. Solid win from Mandragola. It's not always, 1 round that decides a match. It's a 1st to 7. At most 13 rounds. So now we have Night Slayer versus Why Not. Is this winners finals?
Yes it is. I think. Yeah.
I think so, because I don't think I've seen either of these players lose, and their TR is pretty high. So, if you look at the numbers next to these players' boards, they're going to be pretty high. Night Slayer did a PC and attempted to build a DT cannon afterwards and messed up and just sat there confused. Like, what did I just do? For probably a solid 5 seconds. And that gives the time Why Not needs to build a back-to-back 4 chain and take the warm-up round after 26 seconds. Night Slayer, just be glad that warm-up rounds exist. I know it takes a while for your brain to warm up, get used to the feel of the game. This is why we have warm-up rounds, because you can't be doing stuff like that in a tournament match. You can't be making DT cannons, DT cannons in game. Like, you can't be doing that. Okay, but why not? Look at this board at the LST. And misdrops. So, okay, alright, it still gets the kill.
Oh, that L piece.
The O piece was really bad. Because they had clean garbage that was perfectly in the LST column that they had. And now Night Slayer in a similar position after tanking pass-through PCs again, because classic Tetrio moment, am I right? After the pass-through PCs had an upstack in the exact column the Tetris Well was in. And now Night Slayer canceling as Why Not gets this solid spike off. Why Not at the bottom of their board, kind of hesitating. They're not really sure how they should continue their stack. And they kind of end up making this really messy board state. Gonna have to go down quick. Not quick enough. Night Slayer takes their first round of the game. First to 7. Now first to 6. With extra warm-up rounds.
Alright. Well, it looks like my replacement's now here, so I can go get some rest for TAWS Asia.
Okay, go get some rest.
I'll see you guys in... How many hours? 9 hours. 8.5 hours. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. For some lovely TAWS Asia commentary.
Bye, Kato.
Bye, Catboard. Bye, Dutch.
Hello, Catboard. Bye, Cat.
We're starting off this round with a at 2-2.
Yep. 2-2. This is winners finals now. Big time gaming.
Oh, this is winners finals already?
Yep, this is winners finals.
What a time to join.
Means after this we got losers semifinals, losers finals, and then grand finals. So the score right now is 2-2. We're seeing some good clean garbage gameplay going back and forth from both sides. Both players sending clean, getting clean back, but eventually there's one player who just got a little bit too much clean back. They just weren't really ready for.
Night Slayer with a clean down star a couple seconds ago.
Yeah, and that spike is going to be enough to take the round from Why Not. Night Slayer now up 3-2. As we have a TKI bag, we're going to see what openers they choose. Okay, reliable TSD from Night Slayer and TKI from Why Not. Basically the same opener. Reliable TSD is just another name for TKI variation number 800 something.
Yeah.
There's so many TKI variations. I feel like any ground TSD opener with the eye horizontal is... You can call it a TKI variation. Even a Jamba TSD, which I love, by the way. Great opener. Really easy back-to-back downstack transitioning potential. The Jamba TSD is very underrated. I would call that a TKI variation.
Why not just sending incredible pressure at about 87 APM? And it's enough to knock out Night Slayer.
This is definitely high U rank gameplay we're seeing right here. PCO from both sides. Night Slayer gets the PC. Why Not kind of fails to put the pieces in the right way.
Oh wait, this is TAWS U, isn't it?
Yeah, this is TAWS U.
Thank you for noticing.
Imagine commentating and you don't even know what the tournament is. It reminds me of the time I was supposed to commentate a tournament, but then the day before I came down with pneumonia.
Oh, that sucks. What did you do?
I didn't commentate the tournament. Wrench found a backup.
Oh.
I don't know why I would commentate with pneumonia. There's water in my lungs. I can't really be talking. Or there's not really water in my lungs. It's just fluid.
Is it not just water? Oh, Night Slayer.
No, pneumonia? What is... I don't know.
Night Slayer decided to go for a color clear instead of the TST.
I think I had a walking pneumonia, but I can't remember exactly. Alright, Night Slayer with the up stack, trying to skim down, trying to transition to a down stack, but the board's just not really working for him. So now he does finally get down. And he cancels a lot of lines in the process. That's something that these players do very well. When they're not comfortable with the board, they get down and they cancel.
What I've seen very well just in U-rank players overall, and especially in this set so far in the last, 3 games, is they're very good at prophecying, not with T-spins, but just with pieces in general. They're very good at making sure they don't cover their wells, they're very good at making sure they don't cover where they're about to place a piece. Awkward silence. Oh, you disconnected. We got some interesting triple rotations by Why Not. It slows them down enough to be knocked out by Night Slayer. Seems to be a pretty close game. Constantly just ping-ponging back the score. I was pressing the wrong button. Why Not? Pretty cheesy board, able to downstack it pretty well. Unlike some of our S-cap or SS cap tournaments, these players are able to downstack through cheese relatively easily. Well, relatively speaking. Night Slayer taking another point off Why Not? Why Not with some interesting stacking decisions. Definitely gonna put that in the good old modern art exhibit. If we were to have Cadigan here, they would agree, and we're right on track for a 7-4. Why Not again with very strange stacking decisions, most likely misdrops. But able to clean them up pretty quickly, impressively so. But at the last second, misdrops the J piece. Night Slayer taking the W. Next up, it looks like we have oh, the stat screen is gone. Well, it looks like we're getting right into today's warm-up. And okay, with Mandragola and Evil Fire, hard to say. Evil Fire are starting off with some very clean stacking. Thank you, Evolve Fire. Oh, Evolve Fire. I see it now. Welcome back, Dash Pepper Yoshi.
I think I am back. Yes. Unplugging and plugging back in. The fixer of everything.
We got some good old Hashi spin by Evolve Fire.
Nice.
Love
Wait.
to see it.
So the set ended while I was disconnected from the game.
Yeah, it was 7-4. Don't tell Kato.
7-4?
Yeah.
Ah.
Evolve Fire again, just going with this clean 6-3 stacking to start off the game. Seems to be paying off quite well though, with a nice 15 spike taking their second win. 2-0.
Yes, Hachi spin. Good opener.
Love to see it.
Me personally, when I was in U rank and low X, I used Hachi spin all the time. But as I played more, I kind of just stopped using like pretty much all of the long openers.
You
I
can't
didn't
call
like
Hashi a
anything.
long opener. It's 2 bags.
I didn't like anything that didn't really. Well, first of all, I don't really like T-spin single start openers in general.
Evolve Fire taking the third win, 3-0. We're on sweep track, words.
Oh no,
Oh,
Mandragola will not let that happen. You see, he's bringing out the T-spin expert openers right here.
I've never seen that before. Would you like to introduce that to us?
Yeah, I think it's supposed to go into this STSD donation, which he
It
now
looks
is
like
just
it.
building an STSD just on his own because he was like, oh, I can't do my opener STSD here. I'll just, do it separately. And now he's got this
Misses
multiplier
the
Tetris,
combo.
which he doesn't take it. Interesting decision to not take the multiplier since it was right there. And now Evolve Fire going down. Got the good clean garbage.
Mandragola missing the clean down stack.
Yeah, I definitely think Mandragola has a lot more experience on the upstacking side than on the downstacking side.
Evolve Fire fumbling the J piece. Creates a double Imperial
A lot of
TSD.
Imperial crosses we are seeing.
Oh,
from Evolve
I just said
Fire's
Imperial
work.
TSDs, didn't I? Yeah, I meant Imperial Cross. Can you tell I'm tired?
I still think my Wi-Fi is going to die again, probably sometime. Who knows? But the
Sick.
score is 5-0. Evolve
It is
Fire
not
winning.
looking good.
Mandragola has gotta make this game closer at least. Can't get swept in losers semis. Get a real solid losers run so far. now we see just clean T-spins from his side. He's going to be building a little bit of a back-to-back chain. We see Z-piece, floating T-spin. Simple shapes, going to fix the 4-row height difference. Simple shapes, back-to-back 5.
Well, we've been
6,
seeing a lot of
using the nice counts of 4. Well, yeah, he likes his back-to-back. He's a T-spin expert. Of course he likes his back-to-backs. I mean, even Yakin likes his back-to-backs.
Well, we've been seeing a lot of back-to-back on Mandragola's side. We've been seeing a lot of combo chains on Evil Fire's chain.
Yeah, that was
really
just a
goes to
solid
show that
counter
on
spike.
lower
I mean,
rank.
Mandragola sent a ton of clean garbage over to Evolve Fire, and Mandragola's transition to the clean APM stack, down stack kind of thing, it was a little slow. He was definitely hesitating a lot. That's definitely something that, as he improves, that's the one thing that I think
Evil
gotta
Fire
improve on.
with the Evolve
I know
Fire,
this
I
is
mean, with
tournament
the fractal.
commentary and not coaching, but I feel like I have to say that.
Fair. Yes, Mandragola
Yes,
takes
no
denying
sweep.
sweep. Reverse sweep?
Get the spike.
Reverse sweep question mark?
I don't know, he's really gotta crank up the offense.
I mean, it's possible.
It is possible. Like, possible, realistic. I don't know.
Apparently, it's not possible.
Evolve Fire, 20 seconds, 90 APM. That's gonna be enough. That's all the pressure he needs to win loser semis and get into the top 3. Get
We have a
on
solid-
the podium. Losers finals. Here it is. Evolve Fire versus someone. I don't remember who, because I didn't see the winner of winners finals because I was disconnected for like 5 minutes.
It was Night Slayer.
Night Slayer won. Okay, so Evolve Fire versus Why Not in losers finals right here, right now. Look at the numbers. Why Not's got bigger numbers. But Evolve Fire has certainly been playing well. So
And we
warm
see
up
why.
round. Sprint openers again. Why does Evolve Fire love these sprint openers? This isn't Tetris Effect.
I'm really loving Why
I know
Not
the
sprint
Tetrio
opener.
particle effects look cool, but this isn't Tetris Effect. You don't do sprint openers. You don't engage zone. You don't do that here. This is Tetrio. You play fast. You build back-to-back chains. You build T-spins. You don't do curb twists, whatever, IRS, Ultimatress. Like, I don't know. This isn't Tetris Effect. The IRS is who takes your taxes, not who lets you get Ultimatress. You don't do that. This is Tetrio.
Oh. Dash Pepper Yoshi spouting facts.
Anyways,
There,
TKI
that
versus
better?
PCO.
Some pretty messy boards by Why Not. Plural.
Evolve Fire with this clean floating T-spin right here. They have the up stack back-to-back 3. Gonna do a little more pressuring. Back-to-back 4. Gonna combo now. Has to get down, definitely. They sent clean. They received cheese. They gotta cancel because they're gonna, be tanking a counter spike.
Strange
that-
T-spin
that's
by
the kind
Evolve
of-
Fire, but works.
See, that's the kind of situation where if Evolve Fire could have kept up on the offense, They definitely should have. Because when you send clean and you receive cheese, you think, well, okay, they're not really threatening me with a counter spike. They're trying to threaten me with cheese, and that's just not going to work. I'm just going to keep up stacking. I'm going to show you that my back-to-back chains are strong. You can't stop them. I'm just going to kill you eventually. You might live a while, but you won't win. There's a big difference between surviving and winning. But if Allfire's board, it just wasn't suitable there to keep the offense going. So they were forced into this weird defensive position where they were going to have to tank a counter spike, but they had cheese on their board. So it was really difficult for them, but they do get through, they do live, and now we see, now that we give the chance for the players to downstack, cancel, just kind of reset their boards, slowly add more clean garbage into the game again. Now we have faster paced gameplay. Evolve Fire sending a big spike over to Why Not. We see now Why Not up at the top of his board. Gonna try and get this downstack, get this counter spike through the clean garbage. Evolve Fire here with a little bit of cheese to go through before the clean. And now Why Not still kind of at the bottom, chilling, waiting for Evolve Fire's counter spike. At the bottom of your board, if you can stay cleaner, you can build more offense. You can really kill someone before they get a chance to actually send their counter spike. That's the ideal scenario. Your offense just wins straight up. Now, Why Not with a really clean 5-4 stack, going to skim a little bit, send a combo. Evolve Fire doesn't really care. Since they're keeping this up stack, they tried to cancel, but now they just tanked a few too many lines. And Why Not's pressure wins because Evolve Fire just didn't have the board to downstack. Definitely didn't have the board to downstack and couldn't cancel either. So now Evolve Fire gets this Tetris PC opener, sending so much clean garbage to Why Not. But this counter spike could be livable. Not
Decidedly
quite.
not.
Okay, it was almost livable.
Why not taking the second point of the game and bringing it 2-0? Why not?
Yeah, we saw a really, really long first round and a really short second round. So very interesting contrast. You know, there's really nothing more frustrating in the game when you win this really long, hard-fought round and then you misdrop your opener the round after and you lose all of the progress you just gained.
Oh, yeah.
But that's where I was saying earlier, you learn to keep your composure and you learn to just be the unstoppable force that can't be met with an immovable object. You're just an unstoppable force. That's just that.
Learn to have your inner Dash Pepper Yoshi. Learn to release it.
Learn to grow your own mental strength. Learn to have a strong mentality, have a healthy view towards the game, one that'll really promote your improvement, your work, and not really, you don't really want to have this like addiction to winning. You want to have a hunger for playing well. You don't want it to be like an addiction to winning. There's a difference.
If you don't get any satisfaction just for playing, you're probably not playing for the right reasons. Like, you should still get some satisfaction even when you lose. Like, you should know why you lost.
If you play a good game and lose, it should still be fun.
Yeah.
If you play a bad game and you lose, it's like, okay, well now I'm gonna go play single player. You know, I'm not playing well today. I gotta see what's going on.
Exactly.
If you play well and lose, okay, you did all that you could. that's fine. You played a good game. You should have had fun because you were playing well. Now, why not up 4-1? And we see some clean garbage on Evolve Fire's board. And we see why not up at the top with some clean. And he's going to start this counter spike. Going to go down. But now Evolve Fire is sending some cheese to Why Not. And Why Not's kind of getting hung up because he wants to cancel it. He doesn't want to be tanking this cheese.
Evolve Fire getting very lucky with the cheese, getting it all pretty much in a row.
Yeah, now Why Not with these T-spins right here, going to continue into a combo down stack. Not really building any back-to-back chains from either player. It's just kind of sending clean garbage back and forth, and then spiking back and forth. But this isn't any high X rank building back-to-back 15 chains. Yao against ZZZTOJ building back-to-back 30 chains. Or you get left alone in quick play and you build a back-to-back 50 chain. Like, this isn't any of that. This is just very careful management of the clean garbage. And it's just very clean board states. These players, they're very disciplined in managing their boards. You know, there definitely is room to improve offensively. But they're definitely making sure that no matter what they're doing, they keep a clean enough board so that they're comfortable placing pieces.
That being said, a Z and O misdrop by Why Not took quite a while to be cleaned up there.
I think something that's really important is when you are playing and you see something, you really shouldn't try and force it unless you see it is going to work with your cue.
That's a mistake I know I personally make quite a lot. I'm a big fan of making these super complicated T-spin, elaborate T-spin triples, D-spin triple, T-spin trinity, STSD things.
Yeah, you just see the pattern and you tunnel vision, but when you kind of disregard the board and just see like the pattern, you can really mess up sack in a way that you have to think about what piece placements don't completely ruin the board, and it becomes very uncomfortable. You become very hesitant, and as a result of being hesitant, you slow down a lot. And so basically everything just really like grinds to a stop. And it's not good. You want to be able to stay in your comfort zone at all times. And that's how these players, as you can see, they're keeping up at like very high speeds. This is a 4-minute long round, and they're playing their normal 2.3 2 PPS for each player. For all 4 minutes of the round, they're keeping it comfortable so they always know what to do. That's the very disciplined stacking that we see a lot more in U rank compared to SS rank, the normal TAWS. That kind of stacking, just comfort, is a big reason. That's a big thing that separates the high U's from the high SS's. I know a lot of the SS ranks still aren't really comfortable up stacking center well with T-spins. Managing that height difference can be pretty complicated.
I think one of the major problems.
You know what's not complicated? Openers. Yeah.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, yeah, pretty much habit of using openers and how much easier they are to use.
openers makes complex stuff like all these PCs, all these T-spins. Memorizing those patterns, it makes it easier. But when you start to rely on that memorization instead of your own feel for the game, when you aren't really building your own game sense, and you're just relying on the PC chances, it really doesn't work out very well, oftentimes. You're doing openers because that's all you know how to do, and sometimes it isn't even the most effective thing to do. Let alone the fact that people really don't like it when you open our main. And it over-reliance on openers really makes it tough to get better.
I know I personally have fallen into the trap of opener maining. My opener stat is like a 0.8 or something.
The thing for me is I got good at a time where opener maining could only really be seen as like doing center forward in J-Stress or PPT. Like Tetrio wasn't even a thing yet. PC loops were basically non-existent. Like really, PC loops were just not a thing that was looked into at all. It was basically just you build a 4-wide opener and you get a big spike.
Yeah. Oh, and why not takes the win?
And, yeah, why not wins the match? Losers finals over Evolve Fire. Gonna go back into grand finals for the rematch. Winners finals rematch. Why not versus Night Slayer?
We got classic players in chat.
Classic players?
Well, classic player.
Yeah, I was expecting like you were gonna say it's like a channel rated, like a classic Tetris rated.
CTWC rated.
Yeah.
Imagine.
No, it's just one person.
Shout out to Cobra6731.
Grand finals. We already saw this matchup in winners finals. You saw Night Slayer win. I didn't. My
What's
Wi-Fi
important
died.
to see is this is not a Mech V3 bag.
Why not building MKO? Night Slayer building DT cannon.
Not very often you'll see a DT in this high of a rank.
Ooh, Night Slayer misdrops the Z piece. He had a really clean board. Would not have been able to maintain back-to-back, but still had a really clean board. After a skim, they would have had a really clean, was it 3-6 or 4-5? I can't remember. But they would have had a really clean up stack. Just T-spin after T-spin. Night Slayer would have never needed to waste C. Like ever. It was just such a good board. Did they do something wrong? Oh yeah. It's grand finals, so it's first to 11.
Oh yeah.
I think we all forget that. I've never been the streamed match room host.
I'm too scared to ever do that. Also, I don't think I've been here long enough.
Anyway, we got Why Not with some clean garbage on his board. Clears through it. Night Slayer has a little clean now as Why Not tries to continue the pressure. Something that we haven't really seen much. When players get to the bottom of their board, that's just kind of it. They need the garbage to to maintain the pressure, but Why Not there continued into an upstack. You saw them building a fractal, but Night Slayer was just totally unaffected by it.
But also going completely against with what I said earlier about prophecying and just completely covering their later on. Their garbage hole.
Now we see Night Slayer with some clean garbage, got the 3-6 upstack. Why Not trying to skim down as they have 2-7 garbage. Night Slayer gonna get down with some T-spins. Why Not also trying to get down, but misdrops an eyepiece. Now after a little bit of comboing, we see Why Not going through the garbage, just kind of skimming and then looking for the occasional T-spin, finding it, and then getting a 15 spike with the combo and then a Tetris, and you see Night Slayer getting cheesed up big time. Getting cheesed up is pretty bad. It can happen when your opponent does send these combos, but it can also happen when you cancel lines incompletely. So like someone sends 5 lines and you cancel 4. Well, now you're tanking cheese.
It also tends to happen when you're playing cheese rice.
Well, yeah, if there's already cheese in the game, so if you send cheese, you're likely to get cheese back, and then you're likely to send cheese again, and the game just gets cheesier until someone's like, I've had it, I'm gonna cancel lines, and I'm gonna build back-to-backs. Which, at this rank, people have, like, had it with cheese. Like, they are capable of building strong back-to-backs. And as we see here, Night Slayer back-to-back 1 decides, no, he wants to skim through this clean garbage instead. Not building a back-to-back chain, but still has enough T-spins and Tetrises to get enough pressure. And Why Not was like really just living on the edge of death for a solid amount of time after Night Slayer sent their spike. And now Why Not covers their well and misdrops an O piece, and this down stack is basically just dead. Unless it's not dead. They have an eye dependency. Night Slayer is just like completely stops their pressure, and it's given Why Not a chance to get out. Why Not doing a great job of canceling at the top, but then misdrops the eyepiece, and now they have just too many dependencies on their board. There's no way they'll get out, and that's it. Night Slayer's up 2-0. First to 11. So these early leads are very quick to change, but what doesn't change is the momentum. Night Slayer's getting comfortable, Night Slayer's building momentum, Night Slayer's confident because he already knows he won the winner's final set. Why Not might be a little hesitant. He might be like, well, what I was doing wasn't working, and it's still not working, so I gotta find something new to do. Gotta find something better. Maybe he's a little nervous. That can happen. When you're losing, you don't think you should be losing. It's tough. But just losing, period, is difficult, because you have to change something.
Night Slayer takes another dub. Full you. Night Slayer messes up what I think was an attempted fractal. Has one of the overhangs a little too far to the left. Uh-oh.
Night Slayer.
Oh, I thought you were DCing again.
No, I'm not DCing. No, the thing is just nothing's really happening right now. What happens is both players, they sent some clean, but they kind of combo through it. So the clean slowly gets replaced by cheese. And now, as there is cheese on both boards, both players are trying to downstack it. And they're not canceling everything, so what ends up happening is they clear cheese and then they send cheese. So the total amount of cheese in the game, not like on a person's board, but what's in the whole game on both players' boards stays the same. There's still just as much cheese as there was before, and that's really
Until
how
someone
like
cancels that.
long rounds happen when both players, they're not really sending enough garbage to actually threaten everyone. It's just garbage. You clear through it, you send it to your opponent, and then like, okay, that's that.
Yeah.
So really, really long rounds happen far less at a top level, just because any little gap in the time you're threatening your opponent, it's like they are instantly ready to capitalize and build a back-to-back chain and be like, I'm going 200 APM now. Hope you enjoyed your down stacking. You're not gonna do it anymore.
Why not takes the first their first W of the game.
Yeah, take it one round at a time. You win one, and then you win two, and then you win three, and then before you know it, you won 6, and the game's like really close, and then you win 9, and then it's like, oh, I'm only 2
Then you
wins
beat
away,
Plaid.
and then you win.
One of these days I'll beat Plaid Pate.
Are they your rival?
Maybe. I just know I really nearly beat them in
Saying
TAWS
maybe to
multiple
that
times.
question, there's a personal grudge there.
I almost beat them twice now.
Hey, don't worry.
Nah, Pate's
My bowling league teammate, we were friends, but then we played Mario Party, and he won. Not because he was skillfully gaining stars, but because I was skillfully gaining stars. And then on the second to last turn, in chance time, he got a star swap and just stole all my stars. Like, really?
classic.
This can't be happening? The biggest scam ever. It's totally fine to have a friendly rivalry with people.
Plaid's cool. Paint is cool. I don't know why I call him Plaid.
Night Slayer is really running away with this one now. He wants to make it where the lead is just too big to lose.
And do not get confused. It is not match point is first to 11.
It is first to 11. He's got to win an extra 5.
Also, yes, it is grand finals.
Wait, extra 4. You can tell I'm struggling to do math. This is not very good. He should not throw for content.
Yeah,
Please,
don't
this
do
is a
that.
tournament. They're like trying to win because, you know, tournaments are a big deal for them. It's even if like no one else remembers what tournaments you won, even if you don't get any like actual prize for it, even if it's just you lose the TAWS supporter raffle, it's very like mentally rewarding because you kind of feel redeemed.
I'm gonna add it to my resume. That was a joke.
Yeah, I wouldn't add winning a Tetris tournament of only like 12 people in it to your
Like maybe
resume.
if I won Petrio Cup.
Okay, see, that is something that you put on your resume. Like, I am a professional esports gamer who places blocks in lines. Anyways, that's why you should hire me to manage your nuclear reactor.
It's the exact same
Like,
thing.
I don't know why you would put anything Tetris related on your resume.
Don't put Tetris on your resume. Night Slayer forfeiting the fractal for unknown reasons.
Well, he had cheese on his board, and he had to cancel lines, and he didn't have a T-piece, so it's a really desperate situation. He really had nothing there.
I would have kept the fractal.
Yeah, you just like throw every piece to the side really, really quickly, and just hope you get the T-piece soon enough. You hope
No, there was a
hard drop
T-piece.
spamming cycles.
There was a T-piece.
Why not builds flat top TKI into an Imperial Cross? He's not tanked any garbage yet. Well, now he has, and now it's a 3-6 garbage. So he's going to choose to skim down and open up that well. And now he's going to make his upstack in that column. And Night Slayer with an 09 probably wants to get out of it. He's going to have to downstack, and the last thing you want to be doing when you're trying to downstack is to overstack 9-0. And that's exactly what he just did. No downstack. This is why it's a really bad habit to just 9-0 a lot.
Don't
When
be
you
like
get
me.
into the sidewell stack, going into sidewell stacks, I think I already said this, it's very eyepiece dependent, because in a centerwell stack you can use your T-pieces to both clear lines and cancel lines. But in a sidewell stack, you're using your eyepieces for everything. You can't go down without eyepieces. You can't cancel lines without eyepieces. T-spins just can't be relied upon. Night Slayer going through this cheese at the bottom of his board, then canceling lines. We're seeing a cheesier game now, as we see Night Slayer at the bottom of his board, just skimming. And now, obviously, Why Not, who's tanked a lot of cheese, is going to be sending cheese back to Night Slayer. But Night Slayer doesn't want to tank it. Night Slayer is at the bottom, and he wants to cancel the cheese. So they're stuck in this cheesy game.
And Why
quite a
Not
while.
is making his own cheese by the looks of it.
But eventually, you downstack cheese, you go down, but you get pushed right back up. Night Slayer was at the bottom of his board. He was comfortable to do, like, anything he wanted, really. Because what was Why Not gonna do? Send 4 lines of cheese? Well, there's 20 lines on the board. You gotta send more lines if you actually want to kill someone.
Don't. I recommend against murder. It is now 8-5, Night Slayer. Ah, Dash Pepper Yoshi is disconnected. Meanwhile, Why Not with the T-Miss drop manages to turn it into a clean floating TSD. Fumbles an L piece, but manages to still get it into place pretty easily. Welcome back, Dash Pepper Yoshi.
My Wi-Fi temporarily died again. Why Not up at the top? Night Slayer makes the score 9-5. Oh. Oh no! Wait, you gotta switch the boards around. Switch them. Oh no, that doesn't switch the score though. The score will still be 9-5. Why Not?
Don't do
Gotta
it.
win this round.
Don't do
Like,
it.
it doesn't really matter.
Don't.
See, why not doesn't win the round? Because his score was 9-5. It wasn't 5-9. You could make the score 6-9. That's just epic. They were backwards. Couldn't do that. Now, Night Slayer with the 7-2 stack in the garbage is like still pumping into that column. So he's got strong attack, but not for long because he's got this giant O-piece misdrop.
Love
as
the O-piece.
He is coping and down stacking. As Why Not is also coping and down stacking. This is match point. You can't be playing like this. And Night Slayer now takes the tournament with that wild rounds. I thought Night Slayer was 100% dead.
Me too. What was that O-piece?
100% dead. Like, both players should have died there. I don't understand what happened. Maybe just like match point made them nervous and they just started misdropping so much. But that's gotta be like, what is this ending? Every match ends in the weirdest way. Every
What
match
is going
just
on?
ended, like, what? Like, how did that happen? I don't know. Night Slayer wins grand finals, makes it not even come close to a bracket reset. He's just like, all right, I'm winning this tournament. I won winners finals. I'm gonna win grand finals. I'm gonna win the tournament. And I don't know what time zone he's in, but he's probably gonna go to sleep.
And now it's ad time.
It's ad time?
Yeah. For the awesome other orgs.
And then he said, I'm about to add.
I didn't mean like ads.
Oh. Ads, like advertisements for other Tetris tournaments?
Yeah.
Okay.
You dig?
Wide TAWS logo. Alright. Puyo ends Tetris League, the Bankai League, later in January.
You can get to it at discord.gg/Puyo Tetris.
Yeah, in Puyo Tet World. Cool place. Got Puyo and Tetris. If you like PPT, you join there. Because that's a PPT server.
It's pretty sweet from what I've heard.
Yeah, I think they also have another IRL tournament.
Wait, really? How have I not
think
heard
so.
about this?
I don't think it's that big though, isn't it? Like somewhere in the Midwest. Oh yeah, Chicago. 2 more ads. We got the TAWS and Hard Drop Super Lobby.
Whoa!
Yeah,
With
the
rank
Super
capped
Lobby.
rounds. That's right. Rank capped rounds in a super lobby. You can earn super lobby badges as a
That
low
look
ranked
really
player.
cool. There's the big 100. That's the default Tetrio one, but then the custom, the
The
TAWS
awesome
and
ones.
the Hard Drop Super Lobby badges. Those look super cool with the the Hard Drop logo, and like one's orange and one's blue for the the TAWS and the Hard Drop colors. But
If you're awesome, like
at the
me
bottom, there's the same time, but in 3 different time zones.
and if you're
So
awesome,
there's
like
only
me,
one super lobby. It's not like 3 different super
Yeah.
lobbies. No, it's 3 different time zones.
there's only one correct time zone, and it's obviously
bottom.
Eastern.
Yeah,
because it's
the
one that's
correct
being
time
dashed
zone
every
is the one that's at the
year.
bottom. That's the only one
Yeah.
that matters. And it's
Yeah.
in 24-hour time, which I guess is also tolerable.
7 p.m.
Yep. I don't know what 19 minus 12 is, but I'll take your word for it. 7 p.m. EST.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Tetrio Championships Korea. a yearly S Plus rank floor event for South Korean players. You want to go on, my man?
Well, I was gonna let you do that one.
Oh. This one is presented by our good friends Stacking Arena. We are good partners with them here at TAWS, and this is only for residents of South Korea, it should be noted. Takes
And
place.
it's the Tetrio Championships of South Korea, so like you gotta be at least S plus ranked to play. That's what the S plus floor means. And it is on January 21st. There's I think a couple of other events that day, like the super lobby.
It's big
Or
day.
is that the next day?
No, it was January 21st.
No,
Eastern.
it is the same day, right?
Wait, no, UTC
No, it's
is 22nd, I think. UTC,
it's like
I think it's 22nd.
13 hours after this, I think. I can't do this.
Wait, go back, Boo Boo Borg.
11 o'clock UTC. And the super lobby is at midnight UTC, I think.
Okay. But at 20
On the
January.
next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have like 9 hours.
Yeah.
Wait. No. 13 hours.
I don't know. Whatever this time is.
Pro commentary.
Pro advertisements. This is why ads does ads. Not us. 6 a.m. Eastern, but you have to be in South Korea to play, so it doesn't really matter. Like Eastern time.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're watching the stream, obviously.
Well, yeah.
There's there's obviously the Korean stream, but then Stacking Arena does have an English restream. So yeah, if you want to wake up at 6 a.m. for that, like, go ahead. All right, the
Yay.
supporter raffle.
Watch, you're gonna win.
Yes, I'm going to win because I played in TAWS U.
One time I almost won in a tournament I commentated on.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you played and commentated?
Yeah. It was crazy.
All right, you can announce the winner.
Wait, I wanna do it. Can I do it? The winner is number 0949. Did I do good?
Incredible. Incredible commentary. Incredible name pronouncing. I could never wish to pronounce a name like out.
Thank you. It comes with years of practice.
I know. Mine sounded illiterate. Yours sounded musical.
Hey, I did just come back from a musical concert.
Really?
Yes. Good job, Night Slayer, and the person whose name I'm not going to try and pronounce again.
Yeah, congrats Night Slayer for winning. And congrats, you know, that guy for winning the supporter raffle. You should know who he is, right? Yeah.
And now we are going to raid Rago the Prototor. Obviously the raid message is going to be
What is it?
um
You said obviously. You should know it. Alright, great raid message, thank you.
Fast Pepper Yoshi is cool.
No, that's not the raid message. Come on.
You're
say
right, that's a bad raid message.
No.
Um, help me out here.
I don't know. Yeah, the classic
Egg,
A. A
egg,
for ads.
egg.
A for ads. I didn't know that was the thing. A for ads. All right. Actually, what if you write that out? A for ads. A for ads. Or the full name of the raffle winner. No, we are not writing out the full name of the raffle winner as the raid message.
No, that would be so good. Number included. Copy and paste that. Placed.
Copy
Yeah.
and placed.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
there we go.
Minus the tag?
The tag. Yeah. Don't include the tag.
Wait, no! I didn't get
Ah.
it in time.
Raid message. Woohoo.